All right, get ready for your part 2 task.
Hit me with it.
All right, here's your cue card.
Reading cue card. Describe an online video in which you learned something new, you should say. When and where did you watch it, what it was, why did you watch it, and explain what you have learned from it.
Okay, take a moment, get those thoughts together, and then let's hear you speak.
All right, just give me a sec. Okay, I think I'm ready.
Take your time whenever you're good to go.
Okay, so I want to talk about this YouTube video I watched maybe like 6 months ago. I was at home, just browsing, and stumbled across it while looking for some cooking tips. It was all about making pizza from scratch, like homemade dough and everything. The chef was really clear, showing each step, how to prep the dough, make the sauce, put on the toppings, easy to follow. And I watched it because, well, who doesn't love pizza? I wanted to try something new in the kitchen, maybe impress the family a bit, The biggest thing I learned was how to knead dough the right way and also how to bake pizza in a regular oven. So I tried it at home, and it was a hit. My family loved it. That feeling of learning something useful online and then nailing it, that's pretty awesome.
That was pretty good. You hit all the points and you kept going. That's important.
Thanks. All right, round 2, same answer, but this time I'm aiming for that Band 9 magic.
Let's hear you level up that response.
Okay, here goes. There's this online tutorial on Udemy I watched about a year ago. It was a whole course, actually, on basic graphic design. I did it from my laptop at home, and it was focused on teaching total beginners how to use Adobe Photoshop, for editing photos, making simple designs. The instructor was really good, showing all these tools and techniques, stuff like how to adjust colors, add text, work with layers. I signed up because I wanted to get better at design for a work project I had. And from that course, honestly, I learned a ton. Creating visuals that actually looked good and how to edit images professionally, that was huge. It boosted my confidence with Photoshop big time, and I've used those skills on a bunch of projects since then. Like, it wasn't just learning, it was rewarding, Showed me how valuable online learning can be.
Oh, that felt different in a good way.
Right. It's cool to hear them side by side.
What jumped out at you, the big difference between the two?
The language in the second one, it's richer somehow. It's not just about the video itself. It's like what I did with what I learned.
That's the heart of it, good answer versus great answer. You got to show the impact, what it meant for you, connect it to something bigger.
Like telling a mini story instead of listing facts.
Exactly. That little shift can totally change how the examiner sees your fluency and how well you can communicate.
Yeah.
You nailed it. Like, knowing the ingredients is one thing, but making something delicious, that's another level.
Perfect analogy. So listeners, remember, add that extra layer to your answers. Don't just tell them, show them.
All right, feeling up for some part 3 follow-up questions.
Hit me with them. Time to put on my thinking cap.
Okay, first one. Do you think online learning will replace face-to-face learning?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Let's see. For a Band-Aid answer, I'd probably say something like, I don't think it'll completely replace it. Some things you just got to learn in person, like hands-on stuff or when you're working in a group. But online learning, it's a lifesaver for people who can't get to a classroom.
Good start. You acknowledged both sides. That's smart.
Okay, now for the Band 9 version. While online learning has gotten super popular because it's flexible, you can access it anywhere, I don't think it'll ever fully replace the face-to-face experience. In person, you get those advantages like actually practicing something, getting feedback right away, and the whole social interaction thing. That's hard to replicate online.
That's much stronger, yeah. What makes it better, you think?
The language is more, sophisticated. And I gave those specific examples of what's good about in-person learning. It's more convincing overall.
Exactly. It's not just an opinion. You backed it up with solid reasoning.
All right, what's next?
What are the advantages of online learning?
Band-Aid attempt. Okay, online learning is convenient. That's a big one. You can study whenever, wherever, and it's got tons of courses on anything you can imagine, so you can learn anything you're into, basically.
You hit the main points, for sure. But how about we flesh them out a bit more?
Okay, here's my Band 9 shot. The best things about online learning are that it's super flexible, and you can access it anywhere. It means you can go at your own pace, and there are so many courses out there, you're bound to find something that matches your interests or even helps you with your career goals. Plus, no commute. That saves time and money, which is a bonus.
Much better. You got specific there, and tying it to career goals adds that extra layer of, real-world connection.
It's amazing what a few tweaks can do.
All right, let's try another one. Why are so many young people obsessed with short videos?
Band-Aid coming up. I think it's because they're quick and entertaining. That's the main thing. Don't take much time to watch.
Yeah.
And there's always something new popping up.
You got the basics, yeah. But can we go a little deeper?
All right, Band 9 attempt. Young people love those short videos because they're instant entertainment, easy to fit into a short break or whatever. And platforms like TikTok or Instagram Reels, they're designed to be engaging. They cater to those short attention spans while throwing a ton of different content at you.
That's more like it. You named specific platforms and how they're built to keep people hooked. That's insightful.
Like I'm showing, I get the psychology behind why short videos are so popular.
Exactly. You're showing you've thought about it more deeply.
Okay, give me another one. I'm on a roll.
Do you think people spend too much time watching short videos? Why?
Band-Aid answer. Yeah, I think some people do, for sure. It's because they're addictive, those videos. You start watching one and it's like, boom, another one and another one. Hard to stop.
That's a valid point, yeah. Howie, your Band 9 take.
Here it is. A lot of people spend way too much time watching those short videos, I think, because they're designed to be that way. Like the algorithms on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, they're constantly suggesting more, more, more. It's easy to get lost down that rabbit hole.
That's perfect. You took a simple answer and made it so much stronger. Bringing in those algorithms, how they work, that's key.
Like, I'm not just saying it's a problem, I'm explaining the mechanics of it.
That's it. Insight like that makes a big difference.
I'm starting to see the pattern here. It's all about the details and making those connections.
All right, next question. Are there many people who watch online videos a lot?
Let's see, Band-Aid answer would be tons of people watch online videos every day. They're entertaining, easy to find on your phone or computer, like cooking videos, gaming stuff, funny clips. Those are super popular.
Good overview. You hit the popular genres. Now show me that Band 9 magic.
All right, here we go. Yeah, absolutely. Online videos, they've become a big part of daily life for so many people. It's because they're so accessible, and there's so much variety in the content. From learning stuff to just watching for fun, platforms like YouTube, they've got something for everyone. That's why they have millions of viewers around the world.
That's so much more polished. What do you think makes it work so well?
It's the words I used, right? Like significant part in diverse interests. It gives you a bigger picture of how much people watch online videos and mentions how global it is with platforms like YouTube.
You got it. It's about that wider perspective and using language that's a bit more sophisticated.
Okay, last question, bring it on.
What kinds of videos are most popular in your country?
Here's my Band-Aid. In my country, people love cooking videos, comedy clips, and music videos. Those are the top ones. But educational videos are getting more popular too. Lots of students use them to study.
Nice summary. Now let's hear that Band 9 version.
Here goes. The most popular video genres in my country. Well, there are cooking tutorials, of course. Comedy sketches, travel vlogs, and music videos, those are always popular. But we've also seen a rise in educational content, like study guides for exams and tutorials for learning new skills. Those are getting big with students and working professionals alike.
That's such a complete and detailed answer. What stands out to you?
I mentioned more types of videos, like those travel vlogs and skill tutorials. And I pointed out how educational videos are getting more popular, not just for students.
Exactly. It's those specific examples and showing what's trending right now.
Okay, we've covered a lot of ground here. For our listeners, what are the key things that make those Band 9 answers stand out?
Well, the language is a big one, for sure. Those Band 9 answers, they always use more advanced vocabulary and grammar.
It's like they're painting a more vivid picture with their words, right?
And it's not about using fancy words just for the sake of it. The words they choose are always relevant. They make the meaning clearer and stronger.
Something else I noticed. Those Band 9 answers always connect back to the bigger picture, whether it's talking about those algorithms, global trends, or how online learning affects different groups of people.
That's so important. It shows you're not just answering the question on its own. You're thinking critically, making connections to the wider world.
It's like proving you're not just fluent in English, you're fluent in understanding the world around you.
That's it. That kind of awareness can totally change how the examiner views your communication skills.
It's amazing, right? Just those tiny shifts in the way you use language and how you approach the question can make a huge difference in how well you get your message across.
It's like we've cracked the code for nailing those IELTS speaking answers.
And the coolest part, this stuff goes way beyond just exams.
Totally. Think about it. Anytime you need to express yourself really clearly, like you're trying to persuade someone, maybe a job interview, a presentation, or even just a casual chat where you really want to make a point.
Being aware of the words you choose, making sure your thoughts flow in a logical way, showing that you truly get the topic, that's what matters.
Anyone who wants to communicate well, no matter the situation, those are the essential skills.
So listeners, here's a little challenge for you. How can you apply all this to your everyday conversations? Can you step up your language game, connect your ideas in a more powerful way, and really show that you understand the world around you?
If there's one big thing to take away from this deep dive, it's the power of giving specific examples and then linking your ideas to something bigger.
It's like the difference between saying online learning's cool because it's convenient and saying something like online learning has let me dive into graphic design, which I'm really passionate about because it offers so many courses that fit into my crazy schedule. Plus, I've met learners from all over the world, which has totally changed my perspective.
See, that second one, it grabs you, right? It paints a picture, tells a story, shows you're way more engaged with the topic.
You're basically inviting the listener into your world, letting them see how these ideas have shaped you.
That's what true communication is all about, connecting with someone, getting them thinking, leaving them with something to remember.
So listeners, remember, even those small tweaks in your language, those little changes in your approach, can have a massive impact on how people see you.
Pay attention to how the really good communicators around you do it. How do they build their arguments, choose their words, and keep their audience interested?
Just watching and listening, you can pick up a ton of those techniques.
And the more you do it, the smoother it gets, until it's just second nature.
A huge thank you to our expert for taking us on this journey through the world of IELTS speaking and communication in general.
Happy to be here. These deep dives are always fun.
And to our amazing listeners, keep those language skills sharp, keep exploring, and keep diving deep into all that awesome knowledge out there. We'll catch you next time.